Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Monster Girl Quest. This time, we are moving on to Chapter 2. Chapter 1, we started out in the Ilias continent, went to the Natalia region to get Sylph, and then finished in the Safina region to get Gnome. Now, we're on to the Noah region, where Undyne is waiting for us. So, let's get to it. After leaving the desert lands of Safina, we come upon the mysterious leafy green of the Noah region. For now, our destination is the Grand Noah Castle. There, in the largest city in the region, resides Queen Noah the 10th. It seems there are quite a few unique specialties to be found there. The Colosseum and the castle is quite famous too. Well, not that I care about what goes on in the Colosseum floor. But the food stands in the seating area are supposed to be riveting. Yeah, I know, you mentioned it over and over already. Particularly care about these lunches she's talking about. I still want to go to the Colosseum. I'm sure a famous arena like that will have lots of powerful fighters gathered from all over the world. Well, you're right about that. It's just they'll happen to be monster fighters. The human fighters aren't really anything of note there. As for my power right now, I wonder... Yeah, Luca's actually starting to get pretty far up there. He's still using the spirits and everything, but still, he's getting up there in strength. With Sylph and Gnome at my side, I may actually stand a chance if I were to compete. It may not just be a dream now. If that were to happen, what would I do? I'd be a celebrity! Quit making that creepy laugh! Saying that, Alice returns her gaze to her old travel book. In the far off east from here, there's a village called Yamatai with a unique food culture. Sushi, tempura, sukiyaki, soba. It's Japan. It's just Japan. That sounds awfully interesting. Yamatai? Far off to the east? We have things to do. Let's not get sidetracked. That was the wrong answer, Luca. Alice silently glares at me. We take all the time to go on your side trips. Why don't we take time to go on mine? Her tail starts to make menacing circles around my legs. Stop it! Her circling tail slowly moves towards my waist. Fine! Fine, I get it! We'll make time for it. Breaking out that whip there a little early, aren't you, Alice? You aren't even married yet. With a satisfied laugh, Alice smiles. Food. Only thing that makes this glutton smile. Did you hear the sound of hooves? I hear the hooves of a horse approaching from the other side of the road. After so many days, this will be the first adventurer I've met. Alice, hurry up! Switch to a human appearance before they come. That's not necessary. Huh. One of those insatiable breeding types. Eh? Uttering that strange remark, Alice vanishes. Ah, the Centaur girl. Funny enough, in Paradox, these are actually changed to be a high Centaur, and they give the normal Centaur to the blonde-haired one. But regardless, it's actually interesting timing to get back to this, because in my Discord we just had a long discussion about whether or not being into centaurs means that you're a zoophilia. Personally, I think that the fact that you could talk to it and it has the human upper half makes it a completely separate category. But there was a lot of back and forth in the Discord, so whatever y'all's opinions are, I don't judge. Personally, I don't care if it's horse parts back there. My my rod doesn't care. I'd still smash. Centaur girl appears. Boy, I have a request. The Centaur seems like she's almost out of breath. Is she injured? Or sick? Nah, she's just horny. Are you okay? It's mating season. My keycat is aching so much. Please, use that thing of yours to calm me down. Lady, it'd be flashlight in a cave. I can't do that! That's banned by Ilias! You can use that tiny body of yours to pound me. You could shake that tiny waist of yours and mate with me endlessly, crying in rapture. Doesn't sound like a bad deal. She isn't listening to me at all. It looks like she's in a deranged mental state. I don't think I can get out of this. Looks like I'll have to fight. Huh? Feels like Numb's power is shifting inside me. Does that mean she wants me to use her power? Yep, we have to immediately use Gnome. Otherwise you're bound to lose. What is this? Insane strength fills my body. It feels like my body has been filled with the unstoppable power of the very earth itself. That I want to lick it. Alright. Well. Let's see. Shall we just go with Demon Skull Beheading? Or shall we get one more pip for Death Sword Chaos Star? Let's get one more pip. Ooh, nice crit. I can't stand it any longer. Mate with me now! The Centaur leans on Lucas, sealing his movements. Lucas being held down by the Centaur. Come on. I'm just waiting for you. I don't care what you want. You're going to mate with me. Well, lady. Take it easy. Struggle. With the Earth's power, Lucas able to break free from binds easily. So thin, but so strong. I just want to mate with you more now. Anyway. Death Sword Chaos Star. Alright. A little less than half, not bad. The thing is quite spirited. Attack! Ooh, another crit! Still a kiss. Now just be quiet while I bat touch you. I can't hold myself back any longer. We'd be risking it if we go for a demon skull beheading. I don't think it'd be quite enough. Let's save up for... a demon skull beheading should be able to finish it with that much left. It's not that much weaker than Death Sword Chaos Star. There we go. What is this? The Centaur girl turns into a small horse. And Luca's now level 26. Whew. So that was Gnome's power. His strength was insane. As if the earth itself was infusing my body. Without that, there's no way I could have pushed that heavy centaur off of me. With that strength, I could get out of any hold. And if I use that to attack... But that's too much for you at the moment. You'll probably screw up and hurt yourself somehow. Yeah, that might be true. I'm still not experienced enough to use it in a fight. For now, I should just focus on using the power to augment my strength for breaking out binds. Well, that's left as the practice, I guess. Yeah, well, good luck with that. By the way, isn't it almost sunset? Let's make camp here. Luca, make dinner. Jeez, didn't you just eat? What was that? Alice raises her eyebrows. Your protests never cease. Very well, I shall make dinner tonight. Eh? Alice? You can cook? She cannot. Nothing is impossible for the Monster Lord. I'm afraid. Thus, Alice starts to prepare our dinner. I have a bad feeling about this. Are you okay, Alice? Of course. Just who do you think I am? Are you really okay? Shut up! Go away until it's done. Forced away from the kitchen area. Is this really going to be okay? Huh. Tremble before my unrivaled skill. Alright, let's see. We're playing as Alice, actually. All of her 32,000 HP, her 10 SP. Let's see, what are your stats? Yep, there she is. Level 145. Oh, her max SP is actually 28. 390 attack, 350 defense. Hecaton Karis, however you pronounce that. And Llama Knight's coding as her equipment. Hecatonk Airs. Hecatonk Airs. That's how I'm going to pronounce that. Anyway, well, let's see. For cooking, you obviously need fire, so let's start with a mega blaze. I shall cook you with infernal flames. Alice unleashes the storm of fire. The Nabe took 3,400 damage and vanishes in a sea of flames. Alice, you melted our only cooking pot! The Nabe was defeated. What's with that self-confident face? Thanks to that display of ineptitude, we'll be having dry meat for dinner. It was unavoidable. I was never taught cooking skills, and you yourself admit you suck at controlling your own magic. Also, you managed to cook the baked potatoes in the library just fine. Is it just because we didn't have any scriptures of Ilias the Burn that you sucked so much? It's not like you have absolutely no cooking skills. All I studied was how to be a good monster lord, not how to be a homemaker. Studied how to be a good monster lord? Who taught you? Tamamo. She was put in charge of my education by the previous monster lord. Eh? You're younger than Tamamo? Actually, just how old are you anyway? Luca, that is very rude to ask a woman. Since you're the monster lord, about 300 years old? You fool! I'll be 22 this year. Eh? You're that young? I'm older than you. Show some respect. So yes, this here is another hint of Luca's age. He has a maximum ceiling of 22. And a minimum of about 14 or so. So somewhere in that range is Luca's actual age. You idiot. Anyway, so Tamamo is your mentor? Just how old is Tamamo? Old. Like, you see that dirt over there? She's probably older than that. She's one of the 6 ancestors. So she is old. Probably at least 2,000. I don't know. She's certainly the oldest of the 4 heavenly knights. I heard she was also in charge of my mother's education. There are even rumors that she was in charge of the last 5 Monster Lords training. Feels like I heard something insane. That's enough of that topic. It's time to start tonight's combat training. You need to be able to really use Sylph and Gnome's power as soon as possible. Alright, I'll do my best. Thus began my intensive training with Alice again tonight. Whew. As usual, you're horrible at using Sylph's power. All you have to do is infuse yourself with the wind and move as if you were a gale. Even if you say it that easily. Saying it is much different than actually doing it. Also, you may have already noticed it, but you can't use Sylph and Gnome's power at the same time yet. As soon as you summon one, you lose all grasp of the other. Another pathetic shortcoming. I see. I'll take care not to mix them up then. I should be careful about whom I use my concentration on to call. I won't want to waste time and power on a difficult enemy by summoning the wrong one. Once I get Undine and Salamander, it will get even more confusing. Choosing from all four of them? If you improve yourself, you should be able to summon all their power at the same time. Moving like the wind, with the strength of the earth, your heart calm and flowing like water, with your attacks holding the blazing power of fire. But that's getting ahead of ourselves for now. You said something like that before, too. But it still sounds suspicious. Who did you hear that from? It doesn't sound like something you would come up with. What? I know you're a fool, but I can't believe you said something that stupid. A wannabe hero doesn't even know the oral tradition handed down by that human hero Heinrich. Ah, but you see, Ilias had a lot of information about Heinrich purged. Eh? I've looked up to the hero since I was a child. I've never heard about such words coming from him. Really? Why do you know that quote then, Alice? Rather, why don't you know the quote? Oh, aspiring hero. Heinrich mastered those abilities and used them to take down the Monster Lord. She was called Black Alice, and she was the feared 8th Monster Lord. Do you still think that quote is suspicious? I see. In that case, that changes things. Alright, it's time to practice with renewed effort. Until I move like the earth and calm like the fire. Wait, how'd it go again? First you need to move like the wind. Instead of just running around like a lunatic, you need to move in controlled bursts of speed, like a gale. Oh! I'll become the wind! Sheesh. Too fired up and enthused to do anything, my remaining efforts were wasted that night. It's time for bed. I won't neglect my prayers to Ilias, of course. Ilias, please watch over me. Please let your wisdom and judgment show me a way to let monsters and humans live together peacefully. You're asking for her to go against everything that she wants. Contradicting yourself as usual. You ask for her protection, then immediately ask her something that goes against what she stands for. No, that's not what I was. As attacks my weak point, as usual. Your belief system is full of contradictions. You want to follow Ilias, who wants to purge monsters. But then you want monsters and humans to live together peacefully. You rebelled against your father's way of life, who wanted to take down the Monster Lord. But then your mother made it so that you could choose no path but one of a hero. Your values and beliefs are pulling you in every direction at once. You understand that, don't you? You trained so intensely all those years just to keep your mind off all that, didn't you? You're going to have a breakdown eventually. You're going to have to decide and solve those contradictions. Even I don't really know what's going on inside of you. I see. I don't even really know myself. But I know I have to deal with my inconsistent beliefs. Ilias's teachings. My ideas. Just ditch Ilias's teachings already. What are they good for? They're very different. I'll figure it out on the journey. There's still a law in this world I don't know about. Yes, that's true. Even Heinrich didn't start out as a legendary hero. His road to that was paved with hardships and battles all along the way. Just keep going until you get to your answer at the end. Well, that's if it doesn't end abruptly midway, of course. I'm not going to quit midway. I'll make it all the way and beat the 4 heavenly knights. Those 4 are causing so much trouble recently. They're the biggest obstacle to peace at the moment. Are they, though? Because granted, Granberria is going around and defeating toppling castles in order to stop heroes from being produced. And Alma Elma is causing havoc with sea roots. But what's the Mamo done? And Erobertes have been keeping to herself. We haven't even seen her yet in the game. Plus, there's a whole lot of... I mean, really, the church is the biggest problem you got right now, Luca. Even though it may not have an answer yet, that is a solid goal to reach for. Well, try your best. As I said at the start of the journey, Luca, I want to see if all that you say is really your true self or not. If you don't want me to laugh at you, make your fantasy world of sugar and rainbows come true. Yes, I'll show it to you, Alice. Standing in front of Alice, my determination is renewed. After that, I fell asleep. That was the first night I went to sleep without praying. You forgot to call your grandma tonight. Gonna be on her naughty list. You ain't getting any Christmas presents this year. Centaur girl. A very famous half-horse, half-human monster. Proud of their heritage, they are quite aloof from other monsters. But once a year they go into a breeding frenzy, and will attack any man they see in order to satisfy their urges. Once she captures a mate, she will bad touch them without rest. Despite her horse-like place being loose, she can control it with such skill that no man can resist. After a man is bad touched by her, the Centaur girl will continue to use him as her personal stallion. Furthermore, Centaur girls generally take 1 man per breeding season, but if they particularly like the man they captured, they are known to keep them as their personal stallion for life. Bad touched by the Centaur, Luca finally finishes. Continuing to be bad touched like that, Luca was forced to become the Centaur stallion's slave. Well now, you showed up here awfully quick. Bad touched by a horse in a forest. How pathetic. Moving on. Being held down by a centaur is no laughing matter. With her heavy body weight, you will never be able to get her off. Essentially, once you're held down under normal circumstances, your defeat would be assured. However, with Gnome, you should be able to be imbued with enough power to break free. Forced to use the power of elemental spirits is pathetic for a hero. But being bad touched in a forest by a horse is even more so. As one further point, be careful about using your SP for recovery. Powerful sword skills may be the way to go. Now go, oh brave Luca. Defeat that monster before she attacks an innocent. Alice, second entry. The 16th Monster Lord. Outside of the founding Monster Lord, she is the most powerful of them all. Even though she's very young from the monster world, she holds the loyalty of the 4 Heavenly Knights. Though she has a policy for monsters to only attack humans in self-defense, there are many who are seemingly going against it. But in fear of her overwhelming power of the Monster Lord, there are none who dare revolt against her. I wouldn't say that. She has been traveling with Luca for a long time. With Alice absent from the castle, Tamamo seems to be in charge of governmental affairs.